This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Former President Trump clinched a second win in the 2024 Republican presidential race, winning the New Hampshire primary. Susan Ferricchio and Seth McLaughlin report Trump won 54% of the vote to Nikki Haley's 43%. In last week's Iowa caucuses, Trump won 52% of the vote. Haley remained defiant, saying there are dozens of states left to go, and pointing out that most Americans do not want a rematch between Biden and Trump. Caucuses in Nevada are next on February 8th, followed by Haley's home state primary in South Carolina on February 24th. President Biden is campaigning for re-election as a protector of abortion rights, but White House officials have ducked questions about what limits he would support. Jeff Murdoch reports abortion was a key topic at Biden's first campaign event in Manassas, Virginia, where he made an impassioned call for codifying Roe v. Wade to legalize abortion nationwide. He warned supporters that former President Trump and congressional Republicans are hell-bent on going further by banning abortion nationwide. A Gallup poll released last summer found 47% of respondents favored expansive rights that would keep abortion legal in all or most cases, and 49% favored restrictive rights that would keep abortion legal in only a few or no cases. A U.S. admiral expects China to increase pressure and military provocations against Taiwan after the election of another pro-independence president on the island. Bill Gertz reports U.S. Indo-Pacific Commander John Aquilino says U.S. and allied military forces are monitoring the Chinese military in particular for signs of increased activity. U.S. officials and commanders say they're watching closely as China's communist leaders react to the outcome of the January 13th vote, in which the ruling Democratic Progressive Party defeated two parties widely seen as more favorable to mainland China. A Georgia state senator wants to create a special committee to investigate Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Tom Howe reports Republican Greg Dolezal has introduced legislation that would establish a special committee on investigations in the Georgia Senate. The move would fast-track an investigation rather than wait for the courts to decide whether Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade had an affair. Republicans believe their alleged relationship impacted their racketeering and election subversion case against former President Trump. And finally, Sean Salai looks at a new dating app where users can create avatars of themselves that go on dates in virtual reality. If the avatars hit it off on the app, called Voller, an in-person meeting is arranged. Voller simulates 3 daily conversations of up to 10 messages each. More than 2,000 users have exchanged messages on the app since the team of former Google and Snapchat engineers launched a trial version of it last month in Texas. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcast. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.